Serving southern New Mexico, this is the award-winning KRWG-TV News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ben Schlittler.
And I'm Adriana Palomino.
The Republican Party of New Mexico is continuing to change its efforts to change the boundaries of New Mexico's 2nd Congressional District. In 2021, the Democratic Party redrew the boundaries to make it easier for a Democrat to win.
Last week, State District Judge Fred Van Soleen ruled that the 2nd District was indeed gerrymandered to help Democrats, but said the district was still competitive. In the 2022 election, Democrat Gabe Vasquez defeated impeccable Representative Yvette Harl by fewer than 1,500 votes. Now, Republicans say they will appeal that ruling.
On November 7th, voters in Las Cruces and Doña Ana County will elect a variety of local officials, from school boards to city councilors to mayors. Early voting is already underway, and the League of Women Voters has a website to help you learn about the candidates, the issues on the ballot, as well as where to vote. The website is vote411.org. The League has also printed voter guides in English and Spanish. You can order them on the same website, vote411.org. And Alcari is next with a first look at weather.
Thanks, Ben. Taking a look at your current conditions, skies are mostly sunny with high winds, temp at 80 degrees. Winds coming at you from the west at 19 miles per hour, humidity at 23%, dew point at 40 degrees, and a barometer at 29.75. Taking a look at your today's weather, a high of 83, an average of 80, a low of 52. For our record highs, we had a high of 91 in 2007 and a low of 33 in 1970. No chance of rain for tonight, and we had a yearly rainfall of 4.92. Back to the desk for more news.
In the 2900 series of Quilting Arts TV, we're joined by so many talented, artistic friends who inspire us with their creativity. We'll explore the intersection of technology and art, introducing laser cutting into our work. And we'll navigate some more traditional media, from dyes and resists to the unique forms of stitching that elevate our work. Join us to make room for contemporary quilting every day.
Tuesday at 2 on KRWG-Public Media.
For Season 10 in the Americas, a safe haven for baby whales and their moms, a sanctuary for jaguars, colossal volcanic explosions and slick rock mazes, the dying, living inland sea of California, the ancient ones of the Southwest. In Spain, Columbus comes to life along with his critics. Cortez brings Europe to Mexico. All of this, Season 10 of In the Americas with David Yetman.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Thursday,
Where news matters.
Family Dollar is recalling lots of over-the-counter drugs and medical products. It's because they were stored outside of labeled temperature requirements. The products were then shipped to 23 states and sold between June and October. The products include over-the-counter cold medicine, vitamins, toothpaste, and children's medicine. Customers can return the recalled products to the store without a receipt. And the Balloon Fiesta is underway in Albuquerque. It started last Saturday and lasts up until this coming Saturday. The first events included a drone show with 500 drones shaping an inflatable hot air balloon and showing the burner, and of course what New Mexico is known for, Route 66. Turquoise, cherry, and silver balloons flew the American flag over the New Mexico sky, and then mass ascension. Hundreds of balloons painting the sky full of color. Flying conditions have to be nearly perfect to safely fly the 10-story high balloon. And the slow breeze helped clusters of balloons fight to land in the Rio Grande. And Alcadi's next with the national weather forecast.
Thank you so much, Ben. Taking a look at your national forecast, we are seeing low to almost snowing conditions in Billings and in Rapid City, but still very warm in the southwest. As we continue to get into fall, it will be much cooler. Taking a look at my next map, average first freeze dates in October and November and December, going all the way through January, hitting Florida. We are seeing the freeze dates where it's a dark green, dark blue, and light yellows and light greens. Taking a look at my last map, severe storms and rain as we go into the weekend, high wind warnings and wind advisories to be seen. That's all I have for your national forecast. I'll be back with your local temps after the break.
CBS NewsHour has a rich legacy.
People turn to us because they can hear from trusted sources of information and news.
That won't change a bit, even as the faces behind the desk change.
Good evening, I'm Jeff Bennett.
And I'm Amna Nawaz.
Weekday afternoons at 5:30 on KRWG-Public Media.
If you look hard enough, go off the beaten track far enough, you'll find an America teeming with the unusual, the odd, the downright strange.
I'm Will Klinger, and I'm your guide on a package tour we like to call
Wild Travels.
Wednesday at 2:30 on KRWG-Public Media.
Hello, I'm Consuelo Mack. Every week on Wealth Track, we sit down with great investors and financial thought leaders to talk in depth about strategies you need to build and protect your wealth over the long term. Join us on Consuelo Mack Wealth Track.
Sunday at 2 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Alkari Shirsat, taking a look at your local temps. Farmington, a low of 60. Santa Fe, 56. Albuquerque, 69. 76 in Socorro. Clovis, 78. Roswell at 90. Las Cruces at 81, and Deming at 82. Taking a look at tomorrow's temps. Farmington, we have a 64, Santa Fe at 60, Gallup at 67, Albuquerque also at 67, Socorro at 71, and Deming at 79. Taking a look at your local temps, tonight in Alamogordo we have a low of 47, and tomorrow a high of 77. Tonight in Truth or Consequences, we have a low of 47 and tomorrow a high of 76. Silver City, tonight a low of 43 and tomorrow a high of 73. And last but not least, Las Cruces, tonight at a low of 50 and tomorrow a high of 80. That's all I have for your local temps. I'll end the show with your 5-day forecast. Back to the desk.
Professional wrestling has captivated people for decades. Most know it's fake, but little know the work it takes to make it.
I went out and spoke to some local wrestlers to take a deeper look at what it takes to become a pro.
This is Ricky Reyes. He's performing a hidden blade, which is where you hit your opponent in the back of their neck with the back of your arm. It may be scripted, but the moves take months, even years, to learn how to do safely. On September 15th, El Paso promotion Pro Wrestling Legacy ran its biggest show of the year, the Battle on Star Mountain. This is a big night for the wrestlers. Every wrestler started as a fan with a dream.
There's something about wrestling that kind of draws the emotion out of you, the passion out of you, and I just knew that what I was watching on television was what I wanted to do when I grew up.
Some of my notebooks and stuff from school and elementary were, what do you want to be when you grow up? And it was a wrestler.
Everybody cares about me. Fans are in on the act. They know it's not as real as it seems, but they suspend their disbelief anyway.
Be it the colorful characters, world-class storytelling, or superhuman athleticism, there's something that draws people to professional wrestling. But if you want to make it from the stands to the ring, just like any other sport, it takes hours upon hours of practice and many sacrifices.
Legacy owns its own wrestling school. Like other sports, they do conditioning and strength drills while also learning how to give and take moves. The wrestlers fall on their own, taking what they call bumps, which is where you intentionally fall flat on your back. Legacy brought in Flip Gordon, well known in the wrestling community, not only to wrestle, but to teach a class the night before the show, where he hammered home the fundamentals.
And I'm a stickler on footwork and positioning in the ring, and so my teachers and my coaches drilled that into me, and it's just something that I think is very, very important in the sport of professional wrestling.
Being a wrestler is hard work, from the travel to the show.
If you're a professional doing this for a living, you're usually gone every single weekend, sometimes 3-4 days a week.
To the pain in the ring.
I walk pretty slowly, getting out of bed in the morning. My kids will hear me grunt, you know, bending over sometimes, they'll hear that little, I have a job outside of this, but this is my joy.
Putting their bodies on the line to entertain. Ben Schlittler, News22.
And Maddie Vollmer is next with sports.
Thanks, Ben. Coming up in sports, the Aggie cross-country team is on the road again. You can toss that remote because News22 Sports is next.
time to eat.
There's so much flavor, it's almost hard to believe.
When a dish is simple and it has complex flavors, that's the holy grail.
This really is so much more than the sum of its parts. It's like chicken soup for the soul, but with way more flavor.
There are few things in life that exceed expectations.
Definitely a big step up.
This is seriously one of my favorite things to cook.
Man, that was good.
Magic is definitely going to happen now.
Saturday at 4:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media. Friday at 11:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Maddie Vollmer, and let's talk sports. For the second week in a row, the Aggies football team wins again. Last night, NMSU beat Sam Houston 27-17. Quarterback Diego Pavia finished the night with 286 passing yards and a team high of 115 rushing yards. He also threw 2 touchdowns and ran for another. Pavia's top target of the night was Trent Hudson, who finished 3 catches, 122 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. The Aggies are here for the weekend preparing for the next big game against UTEP Wednesday the 18th at Sun Bowl Stadium. Angela Garvin from the women's golf team has been named Conference USA Women's Golfer of the Week. Garvin was the top CUSA finisher at the Golf Iconic Classic that was held right here at New Mexico State. The Aggies outperformed UTEP, Jacksonville State, and Middle Tennessee, with Garvin leading the way. The graduate transfer was under par in all 3 rounds. Garvin also had 12 birdies throughout the 3-day event. Garvin and the Aggies finished second on the home course this week. Tomorrow, Friday the 13th, will hopefully be lucky for the Aggies cross-country team as they suit up for the first time this October at the Arturo Burrows Invitational, hosted by Texas A&M. It's the final cross-country meet of the regular season for the Aggies. Then they have 2 weeks to prepare for the CUSA Cross-Country Championship on October 28th. This will be the Aggies' first conference meet as members of CUSA. And it's almost basketball time, and we are 25 days away from the start of the season. The Aggies men's basketball team announced their 2023-2024 season schedule. NMSU and Kentucky will square off at the SEC Network on Monday, November the 6th. The game against the Wildcats will be the first ever regular season meeting and the second matchup in program history. The last time the Aggies and the Wildcats met was back in 1999 during the opening round of the NCAA tournament. The Aggies have not been featured on the SEC Network since December of 2019 when the New Mexico State topped Mississippi State 58-52. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action next week. Still ahead, Alcati will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast.
Make $1 million, start with 100.
I am filming with Biz Kids on PBS.
Biz Kids is coming back with all new episodes.
What's up, guys? I'm Rachel Brooks-Smith, and I love Biz Kids. Like it.
I'm turning this into $1 million. Boom.
I'm Monique Coleman, and I love Biz Kids.
Check your local public TV listings at bizkids.com and join the Biz Kids to learn how to make and manage your own money.
$1 million.
Saturday morning at 7:30 on KRWG Public Media.
I'm Miranda Esmond-White. Join me for season 13 of Classical Stretch here in beautiful Bermuda. Every workout in this core strengthening series will not only stretch and strengthen your core, but all your 650 muscles. These workouts are for men and women of all ages. Join me for season 13 of Classical Stretch.
Weekday mornings at 6 on KRWG Public Media.
Let's take a look at our top stories.
On November 7th, voting begins for local officials. You can find more information at vote141.org.
Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast.
Thanks, Ben. Taking a look at your national forecast, mostly clear and sunny throughout the week. Friday, we have a high of near 77 with a low around 53. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 82 with a low of 54. Sunday, sunny with a high near 84 and a low around 54. Monday, sunny with a high near 83 with a low around 56. Tuesday, sunny with a high near 86, mostly clear with a low of 57. That's all I have for your national forecast. Back to the desk.
And that's all for News 22 Thursday. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Tune in next week for more news. I'm Ben Schlittler.
I'm Adriana Palomino. And from the whole news team, Ben, Akari, and Maddie, good night.
This news brief in Español is brought to you by Noticias 22, Spanish language news for southern New Mexico and West Texas. Noticias 22.
Gracias por acompañarnos en Noticias 22. Mi nombre es José Amaro. Un hombre de Arizona que intentó asesinar a un policía estatal de Nuevo México fue sentenciado a 30 años. El hombre de 31 años, Robert Nelson, fue detenido por el sargento de policía estatal de Nuevo México, Sharon Duran, el 12 de septiembre del 2020 tras una infracción de tránsito cerca del pueblo de Laguna al oeste de Albuquerque. El fiscal federal Alexander Ubayes, junto con agentes de la FBI y la Policía Estatal de Nuevo México, trabajaron juntos en este caso para asegurar que se brindara justicia. Todo terminó con Nelson declarándose culpable de intento de asesinato a un oficial. Permanecerá más de 30 años detenido y tras cumplir su condena cumplirá 4 años en libertad supervisada. El Partido Republicano de Nuevo México continúa su esfuerzo para cambiar los límites del segundo distrito del Congreso de Nuevo México. Cabe recordar que en 2021 el Partido Demócrata rehizo los límites para que se le sea más fácil ganar a un miembro de su partido. La semana pasada, el juez del distrito estatal, Fred Mansolen, determinó que el propósito del segundo distrito era para ayudar a los demócratas, pero recalcó que la zona aún era competitiva. En las elecciones del 2022, el demócrata Gabe Vázquez derrotó a la republicana Yvette Harrell por menos de 1.500 votos y los republicanos dicen que apelarán esa decisión. Esto ha sido todo por mi parte. Que tengan buenas noches.